today's video is purely a rant about tax returns because I think it's not just me, I think they're the bane of many people's lives. My name is Charlotte Allen and you've reached my channel, The Felting Alchemist. So today, like I said before, is kind of a rant. I just wanted to say that I'm not feeling very well, so it's not going to be a long video today because I've got this horrible cold that's like lingering and getting everybody at the moment. But I thought that in order to distract from my disgusting illness, I would set up a Christmas tree shot to kind of channel my inner Bing Crosby. So I hope you appreciate the kind of the very retro vibes I'm trying to channel here today. So tax return. So I've just spent the last couple of weeks trying to do my tax return, and I'm not gonna pull any punches here, guys. I'm not an organised person, and where lots of people like to kind of get all their receipts together throughout the year and they keep like a log of all their sales and things, I don't do that. I'm just really unorganised, and it is a trait that I know I need to work on, especially running a business. But I'm very much leave it to the last minute and then do it all in one stressful go and like really panic about it at the end of the year. That's generally the vibe that I have when it comes to doing tax returns. And there's an advert that they put on in the UK government, when it's time to do your self-assessment, get your kind of yearly tax return in. And their slogan is, tax doesn't have to be taxing. Okay, so I don't think the process could be any further from this slogan. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just incredibly inept when it comes to submitting tax returns. But I don't think it is, because I know people that also submit tax returns and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of go like that, click a button and hope for the best, because it's just so mind-boggling. Now, there are some things in there that do make sense, and it's like, are you a farmer? Well, I know I'm not, so I'm like, no. Are you a scuba diver? No, I'm not. No. And then it goes into all these kind of like national insurance class 2 things, and I appreciate, obviously, if you're in another country, you won't have this, you'll have something else. But it's just so difficult to navigate. There is nothing easy about it, and it is 100% taxing on my brain. I literally have to have a glass of wine to celebrate once I've done it. I fist bumped the air once I did it because it was just such a struggle. Parenting, I think, is easier than submitting a tax return. And parenting isn't easy. I'm not an academic person, and I think, whilst it's probably a bit of an excuse, I think because I'm very left brain sided, anything right side I'm like, no, I'll leave it to like the last minute. I don't want to do that. And I think that's why I really struggle with this process, because I've got zero skills in relation to accounting and keeping a log of my books, but I can't justify paying for an accountant at the moment. Just financially, I can't justify it. So it's better for me financially to do it myself, but arguably I've probably gained more grey hair as a result of doing my tax return this year. I'd even go as far as to say that even if my daughter could understand the concept of class 2 national insurance, I would probably get her to do it for me and pay her in like vats of chocolate and sweets, because that is how much I hate doing my tax return. And also, class 2 national insurance, it's like there's a thing on there, and if you're in the UK, you'll understand where I'm coming from. I apologise if you're in another country, but you go through it and it says, if you earn under 6,000 something pounds in the tax year, you do not have to pay class 2 national insurance. And then directly under that, it says you owe £200. And I think to myself, well, I haven't earned over £6,000 this year, so why is it saying that I owe this amount of money? I don't understand. But then there's an option to say, it's just really badly worded. It's so badly worded. I think the whole thing has been created by people that are obviously good at doing tax returns, and they're not allowing for the buffoons like me. And I just hate it. Every year I just delay it until the last minute, because I just hate doing it so much. So my questions for you today are, how do you do your tax returns? Do you leave it to the last minute like I do, or are you organised? The opposite of me, do you do it throughout the year? Obviously, I realise that it's going to be different for people in different countries. You'll have different processes. But also, what accounting software do you use? Because I use QuickBooks, and that's purely because that's the only one I know of. But is there better accounting software out there? I don't know. But I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this. I'd love to know your trials and tribulations with doing your self-assessment. But I'm going to leave you for the moment. I'm going to be back tomorrow showing you how to make some super easy, super quick Christmas tree decorations. Until then, have a wonderful day, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.